Well, everyone's talking about a Josh Frydenberg possible return to politics. Will it or will it not happen? Let's bring in our political editor, Andrew Clennell, now. Talking to Josh Frydenberg, it's not exactly a straight answer, Andrew. It's not a yes, but certainly not a no either.
I don't think it's happening. I think it's highly unlikely. People who are aware of his intentions are downplaying it to me this morning, Laura, and say he's 52, he's in a good space at the moment. And if he wanted a political comeback, he's got time. So it may well have been floated out there by sources close to Frydenberg. Maybe he wants to do a bit of polling or that sort of thing. Maybe he wanted to see the reaction. We've seen it isn't all positive, but I don't think it's on the cards. It is handy for Josh Frydenberg to have his name up there, though, again, just to remind us he's around.
Yep, and certainly he's reminding us, that's for sure. But yeah, I think there is a bit of a mixed reaction, but not about him personally. It's more about whether the electoral prospects in Kooyong are there, because if he was to come back, he'd want to be damn sure he had a red hot chance of it. And I'm not sure the electorate changes all that much with the abolition of Higgins.
Well, if they can't win Kooyong, they can't win government. And if Josh can't win Kooyong, he probably doesn't deserve to be Prime Minister, frankly, Laura. I mean, it's only a couple of % margin. If he's that popular, if he's that great an alternative as PM, he should be winning that seat. So I don't even know if that plays into it, the boundaries and so forth, so much. It's whether or not he wants to do it and whether his family wants him to do it.
Yeah.
I've got to say, though, if Josh Frydenberg did run at this election, we'd be having parallel campaigns, one between the Liberal and Labor parties and one between Josh Frydenberg and Peter Dutton.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that would be all that helpful, but who knows?
No, I don't think it would.
One that will keep a very close eye.
Josh Frydenberg's biggest chance to be PM was to retain the seat of Kooyong at the last election, let's face it.
Yep, I don't disagree.
And that's the first job in politics. Laura, that's the first job in politics, to keep your own seat.
Yep. All politics is local, as they say. Anyway, I feel like you and I will be talking about this intermittently for perhaps the next couple of months, maybe even years. Let's talk about Richard Marles. He's met his Chinese defence counterpart on the sidelines of the Shangri-La dialogue. This was in Singapore. The Deputy Prime Minister told you directly he raised those two naval incidents our troops were involved in to China's senior admiral.
Yes, but he also indicated there were other incidents, not as serious, so they haven't been made public, which I thought was pretty interesting. Now, he wouldn't say what the Chinese Defence Minister Dong Jun said in response, but I got enough of a hint from him to suggest the Chinese Defence Minister said, well, you were at fault, we're not at fault, but I guess we could expect that anyway. So I even asked him, is there any point to this? He still thinks there is a point to this dialogue, but interesting here to indicate there have been other tense incidents that haven't been made public, in my opinion, from his words.